Go through and rip apart websites. Navigate to YouTube. Assume the role of a user is scrolling through the homepage looking for a video to watch. Take note of basic visual design principles, visual hierarchy, and affordances. Okay. So let's get up. Let's get up YouTube. Okay, so this exercise, I guess, is to help if we can identify, the good things and the not so good things in a website, then we can take what we learn and bring that into our own websites and our own coding. So if we can identify a bunch, that means you're on like a really good track. And naturally, when you're coding your like assignment, for example, you'll automatically and naturally know what you have to do and what is accessible and what's not. So let's focus on basic visual design principles first. What that means is basically, how does it look? Is it visually appealing to the eye? And that could be a multitude of things. So I'll start us off. The first thing I noticed with this is it has quite a good responsive design. So when it's in wide view, we can see the tab on the side. Then as we come in, things get a little bit smaller. Okay, like pops away. It's nice and clean now, just simple tabs. Can we go like in further? Yep. And you see how like it changed from instead of 4 to 3. So the images don't get like super tiny as you go in. They kind of reduce the amount. So I think that's quite impressive. That's quite nice. So in any width, you'll have a nice view of YouTube. What else? What else can we see that we like or don't like about YouTube? Anything. It could be so simple, like the colors look great, or the colors don't look great. Super consistent. Yep. Header has a hamburger icon, search bar, profile stuff, which is pretty standard. Yeah, exactly. So this kind of goes into affordances. So things that I guess make it easier to do things or are expected by a user. So that hamburger icon, for example, we can identify that. Like when you see that, I can click that and something's going to expand, right? Or not expand in this case. Let's maybe if we go small and then open. Yeah, okay. So hamburger, really good. It's identifiable. We know what it's going to do. It's going to like open and close a nav kind of thing. What else did you say? Search bar. Yeah, at the top, nice search bar. Profile. Yeah. Yeah, all the stuff you kind of expect to be in the header. Didn't realize YouTube had 2 sign-in buttons. Isn't that kind of redundant? 2 sign-in buttons. Okay, there's this one. Am I missing? Oh, in the large screen? Oh, like here and here. Oh, interesting. I didn't even see that. Yeah, well, okay. Let's think about this. So yeah, I agree. It's kind of weird to have 2 sign-in buttons. Seems kind of like unnecessary and redundant, like you said. But from a user's perspective, maybe they're looking on the side here, they're like looking at music and stuff, and oh, sign-in's right there, and they just click sign in. So I guess it's like another option, makes them, I guess, gives them a higher chance of signing in if there's 2 of them. Nice marketing strat, yeah. You 100% need to use the sidebar. Yeah, that's a good point. Like you'll most likely be using the sidebar. And so if you're using it and this is right there, you're kind of likely to click it. Yeah, that's a good, I didn't even notice that. good spot, good spot. Important stuff is pushed to the top, like home, explore, and subscriptions. Yeah, that's a good point. So this kind of goes into visual hierarchy. So the order of importance or the ease of navigation. And so these are like the main things that people would want to go to. And so it makes it very easy to navigate, which is nice. Yes, I agree. What else is there with this? That is there anything not so great that we don't like about this? I mean, it's pretty good. They've definitely taken into account, you know, the visuals and everything. This is quite cool. The hovering, keep hovering to play. And this, like when you hover over it, like you can tell that you can click this because it's like a cursor, what is it, pointer icon, and it like changes color. I think that's quite nice. Cool, okay, so just some things that they've noted. The color palette. Okay, so it's pretty simple color palette. The blue, black, white, gray. I think it's clean. No, it's not too busy. Okay, we've got like a double scroll here happening. That's interesting. It really fits its purpose. Attention is drawn to the videos. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's done a pretty good job of making it easy to kind of do what it's made for. Okay, nice. Okay, so another thing I want to point out just with affordances, there's 3 different types. So there's explicit affordances, which means like this, sign in. It tells you explicitly, this is how you sign in. It's very clear to the user. Whereas like the hamburger, like it was mentioned before, is a pattern affordance. So something that I guess is recognizable by the user. No, it's not explicit, but we know what it's going to do. Same with like the 3 dots. And the last one is a false affordance. So something that looks like it can do something, but actually can't. I don't think we can see any of those here. Like this button, like I expect it to, you know, go next, and it does what it does. So that's pretty good. Any questions on like visual, like design principles, the visual hierarchy, or affordances? If not, maybe we'll go to another one, like a different website, and see, like compare and see what we can see in that. Anyone have a particular website suggestion that they think would be a good one to analyze? What do we think? UNSW. Okay, we'll look at this one. Not my UNSW. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. Let's have a look. Okay, same thing. Design principles, visual hierarchy, affordances. Keep those things in mind when you're looking. Things we like, things we don't like about this. It's quite interesting actually. So got a bit of a different layout. It's kind of got like a double, it's got like this header plus this header plus these icons here, which is interesting. Oops. Okay, this like hover thing is kind of annoying me. Like when I try to get away from it, it's just, okay, that's just personal preference though. That's probably not a major design flaw. Yeah. I just feel like it's hard to, just makes it really busy. Okay, but ignoring that, so we'll keep going down. I think this is cool. Like you've got like your main header, it's kind of like drawing you in. I reckon this is kind of basic. The sticky header is nice. Yeah, so it stays at the top there, which is a cool addition. So you can get to these from anywhere. Okay, and you kind of just, there's a lot of scrolling here as well, like scrolls a long way, which is I guess fine for the purpose of it, but kind of hard to find what you're looking for on the front page. Okay, let's see if it's responsive. Okay, we have the hamburger appear again. Nice. And it looks pretty good. That's always a good. Okay, except here. Oh, okay, so we've got like a, well, that's nice. So once it's collapsed, it's given us like arrows to look through it. That's not, I like that. Okay, visual hierarchy. Is it easy to navigate and does it show like what's important and I guess doesn't focus on what's not important? Yeah, I think it's a bit hard to navigate. Could you suggest any improvements? So if they asked you, hey, can you come fix this? What would you change about it? Yeah, there's a lot of content on the front page. Yeah, so maybe like abstracting it in some way, like you chuck all the content into different pages and have links to those pages. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. That's probably what they tried to do here. And like, I guess this is pretty clear. Like it's quite, if you're undergraduate or postgraduate, it's quite easy to find what you're looking for this way. Okay. Choice of text color is pretty good. We don't have any bright yellow on white background, which is good. You know, it's all clear to read, bold, and if it's a black background, we've got white text, and if it's a lighter background, we've got like black text. That's always good. Okay, another affordance might be, you see the logo up here. So logos are usually, if they're in the top left kind of area, you can like click to it to get to the homepage. So that's a nice little thing you could include also in your assignment 3. I think there's like, yeah, for like accessibility marks or bonus marks. So yeah, does anyone have any questions on this?